5 glorious months of football about to get underway. We're all set, and away we go in a new NFL season. Returnable from the 2. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Short pass caught by his tight end. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. First and 10, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
It's picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Falcons will have a first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Along the perimeter he goes, crossing the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
That one's complete to London. And they bring him down around the 34.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will get them on the board.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
You know he was lobbying for his chance to try that kick, and look at what he was able to do. That is a new record. The longest kick ever made on an NFL field, and it really took perfection, Kate, across the board. The snap, the hold, and he hit that ball perfectly to break the record.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. He'll take this at the 10. And look at this return. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he crosses midfield before going out. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play fake with Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Trying again, following the sack. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Jackson now, third and long. He lofts it deep left. Cut at the 20-yard line. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return starts at the 3. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another run for Henry. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1. So the new NFL season officially well underway as we've reached the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Atlanta after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Jackson on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down throw for Jackson. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Falcons get a fifth defensive back out there. Third down coming. They bring their tight end left. To the air, third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of time impact play, just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He throws a bullet down the left. He's got it! Looks like the feeder inbounds too! Oh, I don't believe it!
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Bails out of the pocket quick, and they take this in for the score. The Saints make it a one-score game in the first half. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things...
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. They are really pulling out whatever they can to try to make this game closer. That cuts the lead down by an extra 2. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Brings in the kick at the 9. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They haven't caught him yet. And he does. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons bump the lead up to 13 points. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running back sent in motion. Oh no, they get him yet again! Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons get it back after making their third first-half interception. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Falcons with a 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. Now with before halftime. All set up now for 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They are throwing it again. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Marte Mapu. And the Falcons get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
First down, here's Lamar. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's Henry on the counter. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 46. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Henry on the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's good for the Falcons.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
He's got it near the 8. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Motion man sent left. Back to throw now. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he'll get it up to the 27. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First down, ball at the 36. They run it from the gun with Kamara, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackled by Ruth Orororo. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking for a throw here. Finds a seam down the middle. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
It's a gain of 3. First down, New Orleans.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll try and throw it here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll close the gap a small bit to 20.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
He'll begin his return from the 11. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That stop made by TJ Watt. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
First throw for the backup now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That stop made by TJ Watt. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
The give on 2nd to Pollard. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Pass play coming here. This one's taken in by Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Dump off caught by his back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing here on second and a handful. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he's brought down for a loss.
Complete to Tony Pollard. A loss of 1. It's now third down and 6.
Here we go, set!
We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. He'll throw it. Komet pulls it in along the sideline.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Catch is made in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Rolling left, buying some time. He's keeping it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Back now, pressure on its way. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw, needing a first. He's throwing deep to the left side. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
That's complete inside the 35. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To the air now on 1st and 10. Komet brings it in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons keep running away with this. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The tight end gets it on the fake. And he isn't going to reach the end zone. But hey, if that's the only thing that goes wrong, this game has been A-OK. The 2-point try fails. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he got this close to midfield before going out. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Getting out to his left. He can run it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents. Down.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. From the 42, escapes out to the left, and they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it up. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. All right, and for those of you keeping score at home, that is the 6th, yes, I said the 6th time they've intercepted it this game.
And I'm glad you repeated that, Kate, really, because I think a lot of people watching might have heard 6th and assumed they were wrong. That is a staggering total for any defense in any single game, and it doesn't come without every member of their defense doing their job. Even the ones without the stats and the interceptions, they've done their part in pressure, they've done their part in coverage, and they've done their part to put together one of the best defensive days I've ever seen.
Rolling back, it's the handoff. And he'll maybe get 2 out of that, and that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. That throw finds Komet. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. The lateral goes haywire, fumble. And this one kicks out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but a tough spot now after a massive loss. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a short gain. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the sticks for this 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third and long for him here. He lets one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.